son. Where'd you find this?
He has been told he doesn't belong in the industry. He has been told that he doesn't have the knowledge of the podcasting community. But pound for pound, this guy is a heavy hitter. This is the Drew Billy Show. And without further ado, your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Drew Billy.
The Drew Billy Show. Very lucky and blessed to be back with you, beautiful people. This journey has been an adventure, to say the least. Shout out to the barber, making me look clean. Noah Mixon, I appreciate you. Also want to give a shout out to twoturntty for making my intro. I hope you guys are enjoying the new little flavor to the podcast here we got going on. It's a beautiful thing. We're just lucky to have, so many special people, so many supporters, listeners, and the show, is doing better than I thought it would. But, I really appreciate everybody being interested in what I have to talk about. And we got a lot of good things to touch on today in regards to the NFL world. Coming off a hell of a win for Brock Purdy against Tom Brady. Leading the 49ers past the Buccaneers, to be a huge 49ers fan and then come out and lead the team against, basically called the greatest of all time, not by me. You guys know how I feel about Tom Brady. If you're new to the show, I am not a fan of Tom Brady, but he led the 49ers to a win over the Buccaneers 35-7. Honestly, I think it's every kid's dream that, as a football player to, face against their idols. And, Brock Purdy will probably hold on to that for the rest of his life. And, shout out to him and shout out to the 49ers. Too bad Jimmy Garoppolo went down with a broken foot, but he was given the opportunity and he made the best of it. So, shout out to Brock Purdy. Other news here. I know I have some buddies that are Broncos fans. Jeudy gets in the spotlight for reasons that he probably didn't think he would be in. He had a pretty decent game against the Chiefs, but goes ahead and takes the limelight from his play, but it comes out on his behavior. I thought he accidentally, when watching the game, and seeing clips of it, that he accidentally bumped the ref. That is not what I guess happened. The NFL is very upset with Jerry, and he's going to be probably hit with a fine, and no suspension given yet. But I bet you that's going to be coming. The NFL is just turning into such a soft league. It is just so sad to see that. I mean, basically, let's just make it flag football, for God's sakes. I mean, what the hell is the point of every single thing these guys do on the field? Either they're penalized for holding. There's holding on every NFL play. If you've never watched football and you're kind of just learning about the sport right now, they hold on every time. Hold every single play, running or passing. They're trying to protect the quarterback. They're trying to protect the running back, and that's just how it is. But every single thing these poor players do, either they're getting fined. I mean, I know they're making millions, and people might disagree with that, and I'll probably hear it in the comments. That's fine. But, everything these people do, is put in the spotlight. And, maybe it was the heat of the moment. I guess also he yelled at the ref when he bumped him. No one has said what he's said to the ref, but it doesn't really matter because they're having issues with him bumping the ref. And he gets, fucked for it. So, I mean, that is what it is. Jeudy, I hope you get through it, buddy. But other news here. Hitting home for me, being a Steelers fan. If you're new to the show, we are a Pittsburgh sports team fan here, Penguins, Pirates, and Steelers. But we, just enjoy sports all around. We love watching any football game, any basketball game really. I'm real interested in any sport. But Steelers QB, backup QB. I want to make that clear. Backup QB, not starting QB. If you're new, Mason Rudolph takes shots at the Steelers organization in regards to his, I guess, playing time and I guess what he thought his career should pan out to be, but it's not turning out what Mason wants it to be. So he's just, being a little baby about it. But he goes ahead and says, I love this team. Well, for that matter, I love my teammates. Well, let me just tell you right now, Mason Rudolph, you're probably not going to watch the show. You might, I don't know. But just want to touch on something here. You were a 3rd round pick. You're the 76th pick in the NFL draft. And the Rooneys did not have to give you an opportunity. And I think a lot of people that listening know if you're know about the NFL, know about the Steelers organization. The Rooneys have great respect from every team. And maybe not so much fans because, they might like the Raiders or the Patriots or, the Ravens, who might have you, with the rivalries there. But, the Rooney family is well respected. They started basically a Rooney rule after for what they've done in the chance of, having in the coaching hiring process. They have multiple, almost, I believe they do, or they are close to have the most Hall of Famers ever in the NFL history. So, for you to head and take this organization, you're like wearing the black and gold, buddy. So let's not forget who, they're giving you millions of dollars to sit on your ass, look at a tablet, maybe put a headset on, voice into Kenny or Mitch Trubisky or back when Ben was on the team and voice your opinion. They're not going to listen to your fucking opinion, but you're there. And, it is what it is. But I think he needs to be a little more respectful to the Rooney family and the Steelers organization. Also, Mike Tomlin for drafting you. So let's not forget the opportunity you were given. I'm very upset with that. That's not class at all. And I'm surprised that the Steelers haven't already cut his ass. I know damn sure he's not going to be back next season after that comment. Again, why would you go after the Rooneys, the first class organization? I don't understand. Some of you might not agree with that, but that's okay. But that's, if you know anything about football, I think a lot of fans out there know the Rooneys are well respected. All right, next topic here we're touching on. Kyler Murray is out for the season due to a non-contact ACL injury. There's been a lot of speculation I've seen and read about. It's not technically an ACL injury. It might be something else. He got hurt, non-contact. If you watch the play, if you haven't seen it yet, go on YouTube here, search it, or Facebook, wherever you follow your sports. And see his leg shoots up, and I already knew there was something wrong with a tendon or involving the knee because how it shot up like that. So, the Cardinals coming in as Super Bowl favorites from the NFC. It's been a hell of a journey for the Cardinals organization here, and I'm very concerned to see how what transpires here. But I hope Kyler Murray gets better. I really didn't think it was going to be to the degree it is. But no surprise here. The Cardinals suck. They have one of the lowest winning percentages, most losingest team in NFL history. So, it is what it is. Now we did a nice, beautiful Q&A here that some people participated in. We got about 100 responses, which I'm happy-go-lucky as shit over here that we even had people want to respond to the question. Again, I can't thank everybody enough for the support for this, little old show that we got going on here. But a lot of interesting questions coming in from you beautiful people out there. The first question we had that you wanted me to answer while we're live here is a hot dog on a bun a sandwich? Through my years of connoisseur of food, I would classify a hot dog on a bun as a sandwich. I think we need to focus in here. There's 2 slices of bread. Okay. A hot dog bun is technically, now you got me thinking, is it 1 slice of bread, just cut in half, for the hot dog to go in. I don't know, but I'm going to classify that a hot dog on a bun sandwich. So thank you to whoever asked me that question out there. You really messed with my brain, and I appreciate it. All right, we'll move on here. What's the most important question for someone to ask someone else? I think maybe, what you're about. I think that's an important question to ask somebody. Where do you come from? What's your background? I think that goes more into like the professional side of things in life. The first question, if I'm at the bar, hey, what's your favorite drink? And then we go from there, and then I decide, now if you're drinking a seltzer, I might buy you a seltzer. We might be able to have a conversation. But if you're drinking a Jack and Coke, you know how we do it. We can definitely have a conversation. So if anybody's interested and you see me out at the bar, come on up to me, and we can enjoy Jack and Coke together. Another question we have here from, another person that submitted, what's the most common question people ask you? I think this is a very loaded question. I think the question that I'm usually asked, it's in regards to this podcast. Why do you want to do this? And I think there's a lot of friends, family, even just, coworkers, what have you, ex-coworkers, why do you do this podcast? And again, I was asked by a great friend of mine who I was on his podcast, Nate Stice. And the reason I wanted to do it was for people to relax from their everyday life, come on here, enjoy my antics, my comedy, here, maybe learn something about sports that you didn't know before, or, just watch some guy yell in a microphone, and now we're on camera. Just watch his antics. That's really what it's all about. And also getting to talk to people that I never got to talk to before. And, there's some athletes that have went on to do way more things that I have, and just hear about their story, hear about their journey, that, I find interesting. So we had to go on to another sheet here. So let's get this baby out here for you guys out there. Who was your favorite guest on the show so far? And, that's another loaded question. Everybody that I've had on so far, I learned something new about that person. I can't pick a favorite because, first off, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just kidding. No, all of them were very good. And I think when you have somebody come on and talk about themselves, that's not easy for someone to do, tell their story, tell their journey through either sports or their professional life or whatever it might be. But, I just enjoy talking to people and hearing their journey. So I don't have a favorite guest, but I would say all of them are my favorites because, they've just made the show better and helped the show grow. So number 5 here, what school did you run D1 at? So I'm guessing this is a person that doesn't really know me or has watched the podcast yet. So if you're new to the show, I ran, at the Division I level at St. Bonaventure. Very blessed and lucky. If you've never heard of that university, it's the greatest one on earth. You just don't know it yet. But I had great times there. I got to run cross country back there and hold on to a lot of memories through that sport. And I appreciate that question, though. I don't like to touch on it that much unless, a guest asks me or, in this type of thing, a Q&A. Number 6, what is the greatest athletic memory you have? I would say, being from, if no one really knows, I'm from a little town in Pennsylvania, in Elk County. It's not a big city. We got about 20,000 people in our county. I would say the greatest moment, and I was just very proud of myself, was at the when we ran at Van Cortlandt Park. They're located in the Bronx, in New York City. Just being around some stellar athletes. If you know running, at the time, running for Syracuse was Justin Knight, and he actually runs on the Canadian national team now. And also participated in the Olympics. So that was pretty cool to be on the line. I was not even close to that guy, but it was just cool to be on the same starting line as that kind of elite, talent. So what is your number 7 here? What is your favorite dish at a restaurant? Okay. So this is, This is that I don't know who, I look at, I should have wrote down people's names, but but my favorite dish at a restaurant, that's tough. I got a lot of favorite restaurants that I enjoy. I would have to go with buffalo chicken stromboli from Rick Stowboys. I mean, hands down, delicious. Mwah. I mean, oh my God. I mean, with the homemade ranch too, they have there. Rick does a hell of a job down there. But I would also say a close second would be a cheese hoagie from Pisano's too in Ridgeway. Holy shit, that is delicious. If you haven't been, those two dishes, you got to try it. If you're ever in, my neck of the woods. Number eight, who would you love to meet that's still alive? Um, I, this is, you're probably looking for some notable person that's done great things. This guy has done great things. I want to meet Adam Sandler. He is one of my favorite actors, and just his movies of, kind of portraying like the loser or the misfit or whatever it is, and most of his movies. I love it. I just love his persona. I love what he's about, and I love his comedy. And some people don't like it, but it's just a very. He's just. I'd love to sit down and have a conversation. Maybe have him on the show someday. But no, that guy, I would love to meet, and at sometime in my life if I could. And then number 9 here, we only picked nine out of the 100 questions. If you could go back to your younger years when you were a kid, what would you tell yourself? Well, Jesus Christ. I mean, what are you guys trying to make me emotional here? Jesus. Probably I would tell myself that you need to slow down and take in every moment and understand that sometimes life's going to throw some shit at you. And you just got to roll with the punches and buckle the fuck up and just understand that you might not be the smartest or, the handsomest, you know what I mean? But you could still get through life. And, I think I turned out all right. Some would say, Jesus Christ, man, what are you doing? But no, that's what I would say to my younger self. Take in every moment. Don't wish for another day. Take it one day at a time and don't wish away time, because time goes fast anymore. When you get to my age, there'll probably be people older than me saying, Drew, what the hell are you talking about? You're 25. Well, I'll tell you right now, the last 2 or 3 years have just flown by like nothing. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. If this is how it is getting older, this is going to fucking suck. But all right. And now to go back over to the NFL side of things here, we are avid sports bettors here. We do touch on it every week as much as we can. If you're in the sports betting such as FanDuel, MGM, DraftKings, Caesars, whatever the hell you like to blow your money on, hopefully win money. I hope you're not blowing all of it. I hope there's a profit there. But there's a lot of good games that are going to be happening. Actually, in a little bit here, the 49ers and Seahawks will be starting their game for Thursday Night Football. And that game, I'm going to pull up FanDuel here while we're discussing this. I would definitely say, for my, not even looking at the plus and minuses, I feel very confident with the 49ers. They're coming off a very big win against the Buccaneers. And honestly, they have momentum coming their way here. I mean, they're just looking very good. That stretch, even with Jimmy Garoppolo going down, it is astounding to see, how elusive this team is. So want to touch on here. Okay, so we got the 49ers minus 178, Seahawks plus 150. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, you got to go with the 49ers. That spread, though, that's a little concerning. I wouldn't, it's negative 3.5, or, 3.5 points. I think the 49ers could do it. I think they can pull it out by more than, 3.5. I just take that. I mean, come on, it's the Seahawks, and the 49ers are looking hot right now. And then now an interesting thing here, we got 3 games on Saturday. That's a little new. NFL trying to branch out, do their own shit here, I guess. What happened Sunday Night Football or Sunday football? I don't know what the hell's going on here. But the Indianapolis Colts against the Vikings on Saturday at 1:00. I would say Minnesota against the Colts. I definitely the Colts. I don't know, man. I would take the Vikings. The spread, though, I don't feel comfortable with that. 4.5. I would just do the money line and pair some statistical things with that. But I would definitely just go with the Vikings on that against the Colts. Then we have another game that they could just shut down the stadium. I wouldn't mind. Baltimore Ravens against the Cleveland Browns. I would love to see the Browns come out with the win against the Ravens, but the spread's 2.5. I'd take the spread on that. I would definitely. I think the Ravens. I am not sure if Lamar Jackson's coming back. Hurley got hurt against the Steelers too, and I want to touch on something. The Ravens are a dirty ass fucking team, and if you are a fan of the Ravens, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Do you have respect for yourself? Anyways, I would I want the Browns to win, but I think the Ravens will pull it out. So yeah, that's my take on that. Miami Dolphins against the Buffalo Bills. The spread's 7.7. I think that's safe to do 7 spread on that one. Definitely would take the money line against the Bills. I think this is a redemption game. The Dolphins are coming into the cold, just like the Bills were going into the heat. So I really think the Bills will make this season battle here a draw and come out with the win. So definitely I would take the Bills money line, and I take that spread with the Bills. Atlanta Falcons against the New Orleans Saints. I mean, both teams just suck. But I can't say the Steelers aren't doing too fucking hot this year. Kenny has to stop getting those goddamn concussions. We'll touch on that when we get to that game, though. So Atlanta Falcons against the New Orleans Saints. I would say I'd take the Saints on that spread. I wouldn't touch. It's 4.5. I think it's going to be a field goal game. Detroit Lions against the New York Jets. Both teams are doing pretty damn good at this point. I would say the Lions. That would be cool to see Campbell get a win. Like I have touched on many a times, those players, he's just the players coach and they love him. But I really think the Jets are going to pull this out and not have a real issue with it. I would take that spread 1.5. That's easy money. So money line Jets, and I take the spread with the Jets at 1.5. Kansas City Chiefs against the Houston Texans. This is a no-brainer. The spread's going to be, I take the spread at 14 points. The Chiefs are money line minus 950. Take the Chiefs. Take the Chiefs, and I take that spread all day. Now, if you even have to think about it, then you shouldn't even be betting. All right, so we got the Philadelphia Eagles against the Chicago Bears. Eagles are favored. That spread's 9. I don't like that 9. It's a weird ass number. I take the spread on the 9 there, and I'd also take the money line Eagles. I think that's safe, and you should be all right. The Steelers against the Panthers. We don't know who the hell is going to be quarterback. We don't know if Kenny's going to be cleared from his concussion or not. I hope he is. Mason Rudolph, he better not be starting that goddamn game. I'll tell you that right now after that comment. Disaster. Or we have Trubisky, who can't throw a goddamn ball and doesn't know what team he's throwing to and what jersey. So either way, it's going to be an interesting game for the Steelers. It is in Carolina against the Panthers. So I take the spread. 2.5. And I take money line Steelers. I'm never going to bet against the Steelers. No offense. But, I bet against, the Bills when they were playing. And, we lost. I knew that, but I'm not going to bet against the Steelers. I'm never going to do that. So, all right, we got the Dallas Cowboys against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I feel confident with the Cowboys winning that game. The spread 4.5. I would be careful with that, but I take money line Cowboys all day. Dak's looking okay. Zeke's having an okay season. That Tony Pollard is a dog, though. I enjoy him. Arizona Cardinals against the Denver Broncos. Well, Murray going down, I think the Broncos are going to win. I mean, they held their own against the Chiefs a little bit. So, I feel confident with the Broncos winning against the Cardinals. So, hopefully you can win some money out of that. All right. We got the New England Patriots. Holy fuck. I apologize, people. New England Patriots against the Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, this is an interesting game here. I take the spread on it's 1 point. Now, the money line's interesting here. They're both minuses. There's no clear, indicator. I would definitely say Raiders, Eric Matheson. Eric, I know if you're watching this to this point, you'd like me to say the Raiders, but I never like to bet against Bill Belichick's team, unless I know for sure. But I think the Raiders will pull it out. I think Devontae Adams will have a big game. Derek Carr will have a big game, and Josh Jacobs will have a monster of a game. So hopefully that all happens. Okay, we got the Tennessee Titans against the Los Angeles Chargers. I think Titans win this. Chargers haven't impressed me at all this year. Justin Herbert, he's having an okay season. I'm not impressed by him, though. Sorry. No offense to all the Chargers fans out there. I'm thinking of you right now in my head. I'm not going to say your name, though, but I definitely think the Titans will kick the shit. Again, I cannot stress this enough. If Mike Vrabel has a chew in that bottom lip, the Titans will win, and I promise you Derrick Henry will have close to 200 yards rushing yards. I will tell you that. The Chargers, that man is a freak of a man. Cincinnati Bengals against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hate both teams. I'm going to be very passionate about that. I do not like Joey Fresh. I do not like Tom Brady. The GOAT in some people's minds. But all right, yeah, let's see here. I want the Buccaneers to win. I don't want the Bengals to, that's a divisional game, divisional team against the Steelers. I hope the Bucs win. I can't believe I just said that. I think I puked in my mouth a little bit. The New York Giants against the Washington Commanders. Giants are, again, like I touched on last week, very interesting team. Very shocked by what, they came out strong. They're kind of in a lull a little bit. Saquon Barkley, though, is a dog. I love to see the Commanders win this, but I think the Giants will pull it out. I feel confident in that. The Los Angeles Rams now on Monday Night Football. Los Angeles Rams against the Green Bay Packers. I would say, oh, look at this. This is interesting here. Negative. Okay, spread's 6.5. Money line Packers are favorited here. Plus 240 for the Rams. I have the Packers winning. Rodgers will have a hell of a night on Monday Night Football, and I'm not concerned about it. So overall, if you agree with me or you don't agree with me, I understand completely. I could be absolutely fucking wrong, and you might blow all your hard-earned money, but there is free bets. So I received some free bets today, but, I'm a little bit of a dog on FanDuel. Win some, lose some. Usually lose more. But we you never know when you're going to hit. You never know when you do a 25 leg parlay, you might walk out with $3,000. One of these times it will hit. But we're not sure on that all the time. But anyways, no, I mean, that's everything for the show. I want to give a shout out to all the people that sent me questions. That was touching to have so many people want to be involved in the show, ask questions, hear my opinion on some certain things. I hope you enjoyed the content today. We'll be back with another episode next week. As always, again, I want to say another shout out. I know I did at the beginning of the episode. I want to give another shout out to Noah Mixon for the hell of a haircut. You make me look fresh, buddy. I appreciate you. I hope you're watching to this point. And then to twoturntty for the intro. Did a hell of a job making my intro. And, if you haven't checked him out yet, he's on TikTok, does amazing dance moves all around. If I try to do some of the moves he's came up with and done, and just some great comedy on there, some very, very funny little fun play on there. But some of those dances, I'm going to be honest, Tyler, if you're listening, I would bust my ass. So I want to give a shout out to him as well. Did a hell job on the intro. And to all the supporters, the people that come in every day to watch these shows, the listeners and, sponsors of the show that found interest in want me to help push their brand. I appreciate all of you as well. So again, this is the Drew Billy Show with your host, Drew Billy. I hope you come again and watch this beautiful production that we're still trying to figure out, but I think we're doing an okay job at. As always, all gas, no brakes. Stay safe. Have a good day. Have a good night. As always, be good people out there and stay classy as best you can. I know it's very fucking hard, but anyways, again, this is the Drew Billy Show with your host, Drew Billy. Have a good day. Thank you.